Well, we just finished another quarter of fundraising in the Memphis mayor's race, and we're getting a very good idea of who's getting at least the support of the people with money and who want to help the candidates in their race to be Memphis mayor. That election coming up in October. Paul Young, the head of the Downtown Memphis Commission, still number one there with approaching $500,000 in funds raised. The Sheriff Floyd Bonner not far behind with $400,000. Businessman and entrepreneur J.W. Gibson, $245,000. Van Turner, $154,000. The former county commission chair and also head of the NAACP, Michelle McKissick, who sits on the school board, hit the six-figure mark. Frank Colvette, worth noting, he's the only white person in the race, and he's also a city councilman from Memphis, $41,000. And Willie Harrington, the former mayor, for what, 18 years? $320.56. So I'm going to start with you, Susan, on this one, because you always say, for years you said money is a mother's milk of politics. And that's true, money does matter. But Willie Hanson might just show us you don't need but $320
and 56 cents.
You know,
And let's give him 44 cents and round it up to the
well, I think that's money on hand at that point in time. But because I think some of them
Well,
have
actually, he
raised
did not
more.
report for this quarter. That's the number he reported
In the first quarter.
in the first quarter. So, yeah.
You know, the truth is, if you're raising money to buy name recognition, Willie Harrington really doesn't need to raise much money.
True.
But, you know, if you think that money can buy you an election, I suggest you look at or check in with Michael Bloomberg and see how well his money, how close it got him to the presidency. So it's important. It's important. No one honestly knows Paul Young. A lot of people know Sheriff Bonner, but that his name recognition has softened since the Tyree Nichols issue. J.W. Gibson, I mean, he has to build a base somewhere, but he has funded most of his campaign already. And Frank Colvette has raised $41,000. He just is beginning his fundraising. And Harrington really, he doesn't have to raise that much money for people to know him. But he may later add more money to it. I think if he went out and tried to raise some money, he could raise some money if he wanted to.
Well, running out of time, I got about 60 seconds left, but he did fairly well the last time he ran, 4 years ago.
Yeah, he did. But I really think now this race is going to come down to what we've been talking about this entire show: activism by young people. And if I were running for mayor right now, the first thing I would do is get Justin Pearson to endorse me and stand out there with me. And so, because I do think that this is a sea change election here where younger voices and younger candidates might have the upper hand.
Yeah. Traditionally, younger people love to protest, and they do a good job of it, but traditionally they don't vote.
I think that'll change this time.
Let's see if this is going to change it.
Yeah.
I got 10 seconds.
Yeah, I completely agree with those points. Justin Pearson, and this race will largely be about another man in his 20s, Tyree Nichols. How do we move from Tyree Nichols? So young people and an issue involving a young man will be centerpieces of this election.
Okay, can't wait to see how it unfolds. That's going to do it for us. I want to thank my panel and thank you at home for watching as well. We'll see you next week for ABC24 This Week.